Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for entertainment purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho, Moscow quadruple murders that took place between the 12th to the 13th of November 2022. May all the victims rest in peace, condolence to their families, and may justice, the correct justice, be served. BF is one of the surviving roommates. She lived in the first floor. BF and DM came home at 1 p.m. that awful night. We are aware that DM, his affidavit said that she saw a man with bushy eyebrows who walked past her room, although she opened her room thrice. But the interesting one is BF, because BF, his statements are sealed. That is what the defense attorney, Ann Taylor, and her client, the suspect who's been accused for this horrific quadruple murders, Brian Christopher Kohlberger, have asked to speak specifically to BF because Brian Kohlberger said that she has information related to this case. I wonder how Brian would know that. Or maybe, allegedly, you could have heard that. Let's find out what is BF's story. BF was at home. I believe her room is located on the left-hand side. That's a window near the white car. Above BF's room would be DM's room. Well, allegedly she slept there that night, so we're not aware of when exactly she moved up to that room. But I still believe BF could have heard everything happening in the house. That's my personal opinion only. Because the front door was left open. And we heard that from Chief Fry. He said that he couldn't talk much about that or give much information because that is something that will come up in the trial.
A bumpy start to a lengthy court battle from the defense team of alleged Idaho murder suspect Brian Kohlberger. His team attempting to force the surviving housemate of the Forest Lane University of Idaho students to testify in his defense at a preliminary hearing in June. That roommate, Bethany Funk, is fighting against it, filing her own motion to quash the subpoena in Washoe County, Nevada.
There's a good chance this judge will quash the subpoena because the net effect to the witness may be to terrify her, even if that's not the intent.
It's unclear when the Washoe County judge will make a decision. According to an affidavit, Funk was in a first-floor bedroom of the apartment house during the early morning of the murders on November 13th. A criminal investigator for Kohlberger's defense writes that Funk has information that is, quote, exculpatory to the defendant, and adds it's, quote, unique to her experiences and cannot be provided by another witness. NBC News reached out to Kohlberger's attorney, but has not received a response to enter a plea for his June 26th hearing. Out as a suspect early on, police say, and her lawyers say the defense's claims are without support. They also argue the court does not have the authority to summon a Nevada witness to Idaho for a preliminary hearing. She would potentially have to stay for the duration of Kohlberger's trial.
One reason the defense may want to call this witness is they have some reason to believe that she'll testify inconsistently with what she's told police in the past. If that were to happen while she's under oath, that would be a really big benefit to the defense because now they'll have something to cross-examine her with at trial.
Funk and the other surviving roommate, Dylan Mortensen, have not spoken publicly about the case, but honored their fallen friends in letters read by a pastor at a church vigil.
They all lit up any room they walked into and were gifts to this world. I wish every day that I could give them all one last hug and say how much I love them.
Investigators have not said whether Koberger knew the victims or why he would have targeted them, and a motive is yet to be revealed. But trace DNA that was on a knife sheath left at the crime scene to him. The murder weapon police say believed to be a knife has yet to be found.
Nyla Charles joins us now from LA. Nyla, do we know any more details on why the defense has called Bethany Funk to testify and not the other roommate?
Tom, because the judge issued a gag order in January barring anyone involved with the case from making statements, we don't know what Funk saw or didn't see, but clearly the defense finds it beneficial to their case. Here's what we know about the other roommate, Dylan Mortensen. A police report says the morning of the murders, she woke up to voices and saw a suspect walking past her with a mask on. The defense, as of now, not calling on her, but we'll see how this plays out in court. Tom?
Bethany Funk's bedroom was on the first floor. Bethany Funk was present at home 8 hours later when police were called. She arrived on the scene and discovered the homicides. I thought she discovered someone who was unconscious, so she knew it was homicides. Bethany seems to have crucial evidence that I would actually, in my personal opinion, say that it's important for the defense team and Taylor to have it, because she's one of the surviving roommates. I just find it a bit sus that they sealed down her file. I wonder if she moved to Nevada on purpose, allegedly, so that she couldn't testify against Nevada's rules. Was BF actually sleeping? Because it states clearly there that she found about the homicides 8 hours later when the police came. But why are they, if that is all she knows, why would they seal her files? Why don't they let us know what she knows? We know what DM knows. Or maybe it's just that BF knows the whole truth. She knows exactly who she saw maybe, and she knows it wasn't Brian Koberger. Others he wouldn't have been asking for her. There's so many other people that are sus that they could have asked to bring to court, but why BF and not DM? Please like, share, and subscribe.